Independence Day isn't until July, but that didn't stop Americans from recently celebrating a fantastic anniversary. You see, it was this April that we marked the first year of our independence from a British occupation of sorts. We are no longer subject to the pompous drivel that was dished out on a daily basis for years by CNN's British host Piers Morgan, who aired his last show on March 28th of 2014. Morgan was notorious for his anti-gun antics. His hatred for America's Constitution was legendary, and his attacks on gun ownership were relentless. But it was the middle America that he so ruthlessly despised who had the last laugh. Morgan later confessed that perhaps Americans were tired of him going on about guns. Yes, we were tired of it. He was right about that. Americans do get tired of being lectured by people who are perpetually stuck on stupid. And that is why Piers Morgan has not been the only Brit to get the boot in recent years, because he failed or refused to understand America's love their freedom. Read Exhibitions in a case in point. They are a British company that for years had a very lucrative arrangement with the U.S. gun industry as they helped sponsor gun shows around the United States. But all that changed when, after the Newtown school shooting in 2012, they banned AR-15s from one of their biggest gun shows. Too controversial, they thought. Well, now the tables have been turned. Gun shows across the country began to announce they would not ban AR-15s from their shows. And the gun industry formally dissolved its relationship with Reed Exhibitions. This British company was forced to learn the same lesson that King George III had been forced to learn. Keep your hands off of America's guns. Sadly, AR-15 phobia is not just a British thing. American politicians such as Barack Obama and former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg have also waged a war against guns like the AR-15s, and both have had to learn the same lesson as their British counterparts: Americans like their guns. Efforts to enact a constitutional ban on AR-15s have failed, as have attempts to outlaw the sale of common ammunition for the firearm. And this has left both men extremely frustrated. Obama told ABC News how heartbreaking it is that his administration has not been able to pass gun control. That being the case, maybe Obama and Bloomberg would be happier if they moved to jolly old England. And speaking of England, one mistake Piers Morgan made was to lecture Americans about the evils of an armed society with his British accent. This video editorial was written by Larry Pratt, Executive Director of Gun Owners of America, a national gun rights lobbying organization more than 1 million gun owners strong. Visit the website at www.gunowners.org.